Well, good evening and welcome to My Second Connection. I am your host, Journey Ryan. It is Friday night. It is the night with Aquarius Roberts. Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Aquarius Roberts back at it again with another one with you guys. Thank you for having me back again. I'm glad to be here. I would love to get this show on the road because I got some things to say. And this energy right now is real foggy energy. Let me tell y'all, we have four planets in Pisces right now. Four planets, right? Killing us right now. Now, Pisces energy is very, how do I say, it's very chill energy. We got Sun, Neptune, we got Venus, and we got the moon currently in Pisces, right? And so the moon will be entering into Aries here tomorrow. So I'm sorry, Journey, were you trying to say something? I just started going in.
You were saying about how Pisces, you find they're peaceful, but with everything the way it's been, peaceful will not be accepted well at this moment.
Right. Because people want to move, people want to do things, and it's going to be a big energy rush actually when the moon steps into Aries because it starts a whole new cycle for everybody. So right now, with the current energy, is kind of like stalemate, right? It's like this rest energy that you got to chill in, and you're thinking about all the things that you want to do. You got plans. You might be planning things out right now. The sun is in Pisces, and so the goal is to get more acquainted with your spiritual side and also to get acquainted with the things that will cause you rest. Getting things out of the way, your small task or your big task. If you're like, man, I've been trying to get this car, but I got a little hole going on right now, and I want things to go well. And so I'm waiting on that energy. And it's this pause energy before you step into this Aries moon that's stepping up. And we'll still have three other planets. Venus is also in Pisces. So first thing I want to tell everybody is watch with delusions and love. You want to take your time getting to know people at this current time. You want to take your time when it comes to loving people. If you are currently in a relationship already, then it's a perfect time for you to find peace with your partner or really get closer with your partner, to find some restitude or fortitude in the things, forgiveness. Pisces energy is the hangman's energy in the tarot, right? And so the hangman is all about sacrifice. It's all about sacrificing to win. Sometimes you might be at a place where you feel like you need to hold on to things like, I'm right about this. I told you to wash the dishes and you should be washing the dishes, right? And really, it's like, chill, man. What about the things that are being done correct, right? Pisces is that energy. Pisces energy is more like understanding energy. It's compassionate energy. So at this time, it's a great time to show more compassion to not only yourself, but to those around you, your friends, your family, and be consistent in understanding, right? And also, be careful of who's winning the fight, right? If you're arguing with your partner or anything like that, lay that aside right now and try to look at things differently. It's okay to have a hermit moment and really restructure your thoughts and what you want to do right now. This is not a time for action yet. When the sun moves into Aries, will be a lot more better energy for you to really get things accomplished. But right now, it's just a time of stillness, right? And seeing all around you. This is the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces, right? And so we done already got through all the other signs. And so once we get to Pisces, which is the ruler of the 12th house, we start to look at things like closure, right? We start closing out on things that were going on when Aries season started last year in March. And I think like we were going through COVID at that time. We were going through restrictions and, people couldn't be around their families and things like that. So we're closing out on that cycle and closing out on the things that have happened around that time. If you've had some losses or job changes or things like that, it's just time to give that peace and forgiveness, right? This is that major four planet stellium, which is 3 planets or more in a house, right? This is that 4 planet stellium energy going on right now that is really thick. So it's like you feel like you really can't move forward too much. You might feel like sleeping more, being more lackadaisical, just kind of meditating or pondering or being in your head or, I knew I should have went to the gym today, but I don't think I'm going to go to the gym today. I might go tomorrow. That type of energy where you just want to chill and get your mind right. So just take your time out right now and just sit with yourself, right? And really melt in your own pot, right? And see all the ingredients that you put in your pot, right? Because soon it's going to be time to serve your soup to the people around you, right? And give that. So it's just a time of compassion for self and chill, right? And so I do want to get into the card of this evening. Of course, y'all know by now, if you guys been watching me so far, that every time I come on, I draw a card and I read it to you guys. Is that okay with you, Journey? All right. I just really wanted to get into this energy right now because it is just really this energy to think and consider all that you do have in your life, right? It's not that energy to think about what's coming. We all know what's coming, we got stimulus checks coming even. We know things are coming for certain people, should I say. But, things are coming, but it's like this little wait period in between. You're in a waiting room and, you're about to broadcast your show. You're about to broadcast, what you can do in the world and to the people around you. And you want to give your own talent, your own goods, right? Your service and dedication to others. And you're trying to figure out how. So what energy can I give the collective right now? Wow, funny. A couple cars jumped over, but I ain't going to do that. But I really want to do the top one. So, come on, if I can find where the heck it went. Okay, here we go. So I got talisman. Talisman, right? And as you see, the lady is adorned in blue and she's on a path, right? And she's trying to find her way around. She has a talisman in her hand. And so it almost seems like she's taking a stop, basically, to rest and see what she has in front of her and where she is headed. Sometimes you gotta, it's not always the rabbit getting to the finish line. Sometimes you gotta be the turtle, right? And you gotta enjoy the journey instead of thinking about what's coming from the journey, right? If you don't enjoy those little people that you come past, that stop you and be like, hey, you need a drink of water or something like that, you miss out on the fundamentals of actually enjoying the journey itself. Life would be short. I remember back when I was younger, I used to play video games, right? I still play video games today. Don't get it twisted. I love them. But back then when I was younger, and I played video games, I always wanted to beat the game. That was like my most important thing, was that I wanted to beat the game. And then after I beat the game, then I would go back and go through the game again and see if there was anything I missed, right? But what I noticed through time was that I was beating games so quickly that I was kind of getting bored with things. And so I had to realize I had came to a place actually within myself that I was like, you know what? Let me take time. Maybe I'm missing some things, maybe there's some hidden passages in these games, or extra spots, or maybe I can make a little more money here, like GTA 5. You can go through doing all the missions, or you can go lift weights a little bit, or go enjoy things a little bit around you, kick it with some friends or something like that. I mean, that's a tough game, but still the point is there, and it's all about um um learning from the past, and just crystallizing things for the truth, and just seeing things for what they are and seeing how far they have come. So, with talisman, card number 49. I'm sorry. Card number 49, which the number 4 is the number of stability in numerology. It's the number of ideas, right? And business ideas, and structure, right? And then the number 9 in numerology is the number for closure, right? And so closure on the past. 9 is the last number before you get to 10, right? Which is the divine, 1 and 0, right? Creator and the ending, the alpha and omega, right? And so 9 is the number of closure, and endings and new beginnings. And so this is where we're at right now. And so talisman says, a lesson truly learned is crystallized and as earned wisdom. You have all you need for the success you seek. Wisdom allows you to recognize traps, road, and familiar patterns that you want to avoid. It also enables you to quickly gather information about where you are on your journey. It helps you recognize your allies and know how to find the best routes along the way. Now you're at a place where you know the right things to do and the best choices to make. You really can't commit a mistake. Whatever your inquiry, great fortune awaits you, for you have the wisdom to arrive at the right decision. You've learned your lessons and earned the right to your success. So I think that is beautiful that, everything comes in coincided with each other. And this energy is just expressing that, we have had some trials and tribulations here in the last year or year and a half or so, I'm going to say greatly. Things have just been popping out of the blue and been a surprise for us every single month, something new going on. And so now is that time to reflect on everything and bring everything to a close, as I was speaking earlier about the Pisces energy. And so it is not a time to move forward yet. Soon it will be. Once we jump into Aries season, it'll really be a time to move forward. But the people are controlled by the moon, and the moon is in Pisces right now. And so the people right now, as a culture, are sitting and closing out on things that have already happened. So we are to get rest. We are to find peace, and find and work on illnesses, because that's what Pisces rules, is illnesses, that come from emotions. So it's time to check your emotions and close out and let things go that you've been holding on to. For when the moon goes into Aries tomorrow, it will be time to just cleanse yourself of all that and just clean up, because we have Chiron also sitting in Aries. And so Chiron is all about, it's the wounded healer. And so Chiron in Aries is very fast energy. It's like, I want you to heal right now energy. And we've had this for the past, I think, year and a half. So we'll have it for the next about 4 years, 3 years going on. About 3 years we have left of Chiron and Aries. But it just wants you to heal everything right now, right? Find them traumas, find them things that psychologically hit you or trigger you, and deal with them right now. And so the moon is headed past Chiron, and it spends only 2 days in the sign. And so you will be letting go of something that you have been holding on to for a while, all of us. people. We will be letting go of something and giving it new light. We will be giving it new restoration or just a new perception of what we already done seen, where we can start healing and finding ourselves into a new cycle. So I hope that helped you guys.
Absolutely. All right. We got a great show for you guys tonight. So if you guys have questions, say hi. We'll put you on the list, and then we'll get you on. You can't jump the list. There is a link. If you'd like to jump the list, there's a small donation in order to jump the list. If not, you will be put on our other list as we go down. And if you jump, your question will be read first. If not, we'll go down the other list and try to get to as many of you as we can. All right.
Yes.
So Kay jumped the list tonight. So Kay, please bring forth your question.
All right. Hey, Kay.
We got Jennifer saying, yes, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
You were pulling, you pulled some cards that were, you were like, I don't want to do those ones. But I definitely felt the same thing. And
yes.
While you were doing that, I pulled one from what it was seeing here, and it was coinciding pretty much with what you were saying, which is open the heart and mind, and those who are trustworthy around you. Know who you trust, know who you love.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love that deck. Yes.
The water.
Yes, King of Cups.
I like the elements.
Definitely. Which is that water energy also. King of Cups is ruler of Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer energy. So King of Cups energy, he is the king of intuition. He is the king of flow. He doesn't worry about things that are going on. He knows everything will be okay. He's the most compassionate king out of all the kings there is. And he understands emotions more than anybody, but he doesn't get captured in the emotions. And like I said, this energy right now
is who he can trust and who he can't trust.
Yes, he knows who he trusts and who he can't trust. Right, because in a Rider Waite, he actually wears the fish around his neck, and so it's saying that when he needs to be cold and when he needs to cut certain people off or things off, he knows when to do it and when the time is to do that. So
absolutely. But when those cards start dropping on you, you're like, I don't know if I'm going to do that. I'm like, I'm going to pick. Something's telling me to draw it out. Draw it out.
There was like 4 or 5 of them that came out. I'm like, I'm not going to read all of these
like that. All right.
Okay, I'm like, scramble back together.
All right, Kay has put forth her question, so we're going to go ahead and grab Kay's question. Rhonda, you are next on our list, and Rhonda, if no one jumps the list, you'll be next. All right, so let's go ahead with Kay's question. And Kay, here's Aquarius.
Hey, Kathleen, how are you doing, dear? I've been having crying jags and stay in bed all day. I don't care about anything. When is my depression going to get better? I'm afraid. When is the meds going to kick in? So I definitely see that you are a bit in pain. I also see that you're afraid. I also see that you wish you could do more than you could right now. And I believe that things will get better in time, but it's going to take some time. The way I feel is that, I'm sorry. Look, it came out already. Okay, so what we got here is the 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Swords, right? And so the 9 of Pentacles basically speaks of self-love, right? It speaks about indulgence and self-care and self-reliability, right? And so the 6 of Swords is sitting next to it, right? And this guy is like on a boat. 6 is the number of family and harmony and, you know, care. And so what's going on right here is that it seems like you're going through some rough waters. As you see, even with the Six of Swords, he's in choppy waters behind him. So it seems like, you know, things have been rough, and there's a lot of swords in his boat. And so this just shows me the pain that goes on into your life right now, you know, that you want to be able to do more and experience more. And I feel like maybe you're a person that likes to move around and get things done a lot. And so this time has been like a really rest time for you. It's like, I can't move, I can't do what I want to do. And so now you're in this position where you kind of got to grow in place, right? I look at this woman as you, like, you know, she's in place right now. And she has to look into herself. She has to look like she's still right now. And she has to look at herself and look at how she's been living and what she's been eating, right? And what she's been doing, right? And she has to cut all that out. She has to change her diet. She has to change the way that she's doing things. And so she can move on to brighter waters. And I just feel like the waters will get calmer. Your emotions will get calmer in time. Depression usually comes from indecision, right? Interesting to say, right? Depression comes from indecision. So what I mean by that is it's always a choice. And not to say a choice to feel bad, but it's a choice to stay in your feeling. It's one thing to be depressed. It's okay to be depressed, right? It's a natural feeling that we all go through, and especially when you're dealing with pain in your life and injury, right? And I just feel like you said, I don't eat, right? And so it just feels like you have to change the way you eat, right? And put more happy, how do I say, happy face products in your life. And what I mean by that is eating more happy foods, right? You know, things that give you protein and, you know, bananas, you know, potassium and, you know, grapes, even, you know, delicacy fruits, strawberries, even, you know, things that will bring you back into a good place. You don't have to eat like the normal foods that you've been eating, and I know how much you've probably loved those things in time, but it's time for you to change up your diet, and your pain will release. I just definitely see this, like your pain will release, but I feel like you're fighting with yourself, like you already feel defeated, and you need to pick up and carry forward. You need to make sure you're here living so that you can have that peace. You know, do you have anybody that will come and cook for you? And if not, you need to find that ambition and even start small. You don't even have to cook nothing big. Like I said, you can do fruits and veggies, you know, things like that. Small broccolis, you know, straight from the pack. You know, not too much. Eat one or two a day, just starting. Don't, you never want to rush yourself to happiness. That's not what I'm saying here. That would be wrong to say like, oh, well, just jump up and be happy. But what I do want to say is just start small, and things will change in time. You will see that your emotions will get better and your feelings will get better. You are not defeated. You're only going through a trial that wants you to show yourself what you can do. This card right here is the card of love, and self epitome. It's about standing up on your own and being one with yourself, regardless of what's going on in your life that might make you feel a certain way. Even if it's pain, even if it's losing your arm, your leg, whatever it is, you still got to find peace to live in this life, even when you don't have the peace. So I hope that you find it because you deserve it, and be at peace with yourself. I hope that helps.
All right. Thank you, Kay. Thank you so much for that question. I pulled a deck that I created for beginners, and wanted to kind of show you guys some of the cards as we go along, since tonight's a tarot night. And so this one was telling her to slow down the realization of the outcome. Stop worrying so much. That's where depression's coming from. You're thinking about too many things that you can't have today, but will have tomorrow. But you have to wait in order to get there. But you also have to, the medication in which she was talking about, the card was talking about, working through her difficulties and her relations from the past too. Felt like living in the past as well. But she got the Sun card in reverse. This is a deck that I created. It's not on the market for everybody just yet, but it's going to be. That's the next step now that they're printed.
I'm trying to get the first copy.
Pretty background. And yeah, so I just wanted to share that because I thought that was pretty cool, and it's a tarot night. It's the best way to do that. All right, it says yes, that is true. So you got to disconnect yourself, but slow down your thinking process. That'll help a lot. All right, Rhonda, help me, Rhonda. Come on down, give us your question. Let's check the list to see if anybody's jumped it. And once I get some more of these copies printed up there, Aquarius, you'll be getting a deck.
Hey, looking forward to it.
I've got 2 on the market, 2 that are about to hit the market, and 1 I'm working on now.
Tight.
Yes. The one I'm working on now is very interesting. Very interesting.
I can't wait to see it, man. I know it's going to deliver.
That's
Absolutely.
about as much as I can say about the deck, because as far as I've been trying to use it to get an idea of how the energy is going to flow with the information it's providing, is this is a deck that if you want a slice throat to the point answer, this is going to give you a slice throat to the point answer. It's a deck that you might want to word your question carefully, because you might get an answer that's just so
you ain't ready for that one.
You ain't ready for that.
Honesty is the best policy. So we need a little bit of honesty in our life, man. That gets us right where we need to be. Honesty ain't never really hurt nobody unless they allowed it.
Exactly. All right, Rhonda, I don't see you on here, sweetheart, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the next person. And Star, you're next on our list. Go ahead and throw us your question. Now, remember, guys, if you'd like to jump the list, I'll put the link up there once again. That way you guys can get to it. All right, let's keep on going. Keep this party going. Because at the end of each read, I'll pull one so you guys can see some of these newer cards and what they have to say. And like I said, I'll get you involved in getting you a deck, because like I said, we're about to run off. They're about to put out 1,000 copies of this deck, the beginner's deck.
Wow.
And then you'll be able to also get it when people are learning how to do tarot. Though this is a deck that will be provided for them. So
I will be honored, and I'm pretty sure others will be honored too, because there's so many people that are trying to learn this art today, that it's important for us to have the resources that we need to kind of learn more about ourselves and learn more about
good tools.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, Anne's coming up here with her question, so I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys here. And Anne, here's Aquarius.
What's up, man? Star, can you tell me what day I will see my guy and for him to stay over? He keeps saying soon, but not any closer. He said he would stay when his animal gave birth. I'm almost assuming. He didn't mention it was born until I asked. Okay. So when will Ann Star see her guy? When will Ann Star see her guy? Okay. What I see here, we got the Fool And we got the Knight of Cups. So we have the Fool and the Knight of Cups here. And so what I see here is that one, they're not facing each other. I feel like one person is offering love to another, but another person wants to be free. Another person enjoys his freedom and choice in life. And that maybe they see you as a very compassionate person, and that they're looking for. I was thinking I should go to him maybe Sunday. I'm not sure how he will react. Should I just wait for him to come to me? I feel like this person enjoys his freedom in space. So I feel like you going over there may create a bit of a mist, and not in your honor, should I say. I think that you need to give this time. It's not necessarily saying that there won't be an offer. It's just saying that time, patience, peace, right? To give it its time to grow. Because right now is not a time to rush anything. It's almost like that wall sitting in front of you right now. So you could go over there. I just don't want it to create this type of situation with you, because this person really enjoys his freedom, even though he enjoys you. I don't know if y'all have had moments together, sexual moments together, but I just feel like this person enjoys their peace. And so I feel like they will. It's like hold tight. See what I see here is the Chariot. It's like hold tight into your energy, and that things will work out for you. And trust your intuition. What is your intuition telling you right now? Is it telling you that you're being ducked a bit? Is it telling you that you should move on? Is it telling you that this person is really looking for their own personal opportunities in life right now? That would be something that you might want to consider in this situation, because I see this person just enjoys freedom and choice, and so they may come in and enjoy spending with you and all those good things, but then when it comes to when it comes to I felt some energy or something next to me. It was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really felt it. I was like, wow, what is that? But anyways, but I feel like, that person cares about you, like, and thinks you're a good person. But I just don't know if that person like really wants to do serious commitment right now. They just enjoy their freedom. So I hope that helps you. Enjoy.
All right. He's always promising me it never stays. Then that goes along with the freedom in which Aquarius was just talking to you about. He likes to do things in his own time. Freedom not meaning always trying to stay away, but freedom is I like to come, I like to go, I like to do things as I please. When I feel comfortable, I will come forth. So when I was picking a card too, like I said, I'm just pulling these here to the side. You got the 10 of Earth, which was in reverse, showing here that this is something he even does with his family. Pulling away, doing things on his own, not looking for anything, not seeing any type of time wasted. Everything he does has some kind of meaning to him. So he does hold traditions to himself. He may not share those traditions, but it does show here that, this is taxing. If he feels pressure, it becomes taxing to him. So then it makes him want to move away. So this goes right along with what Aquarius was trying to tell you is allow him with his freedoms. As he gets stronger with the feeling, he will come closer and it will make you feel more relaxed. I know we want things to happen faster than we'd like, even if it feels like it's been a long time for you. It's not that time is not being seen in the same way by you that it is being seen by him. You guys are looking at time in two different directions and in two different angles. So stop timing everything and enjoy what you've got with him when you have got it. And when that happens, you guys will come together and more time will be spent.
I also feel like the analogy just hit me. He's like a butterfly. And
Right.
so it's like, you know, when a butterfly chooses to land on you, you want to keep your hand open so, you know, they enjoy your time and space there. But as soon as you start becoming like this, you know, the butterfly will feel suffocated and want to fly away. So what I see is that the love is real there between you and this person. It's just that the love is going to take time. And if you try to possess
Right.
this person will fly away from you, and it'll become more distant. Sorry, excuse me, more distant as time goes on because you're trying to grab the moment. So don't grab it, just enjoy the moment. You know, don't worry about the promises if you want this person around you. If you're choosing this person willingly to be in your life, then you have to choose to allow this person to be free and to do as they please. Because if you try to possess them and they don't want to be possessed, then they're going to see you as a place that they can't rest, their head, their chest, anything like that. So keep that in mind as you're on your journey with this person.
Absolutely. Well, this was the card here. Let me put it up here, over here. All right.
Hey.
Now, on these cards, they tell you your numbers. They tell you, you know, what they're ruled by, planets, things to that nature as well. So they're very informative cards. All right.
Gotta love it. Creating.
All right. We had Ann Star. So thank you, Ann. Thank you so much. Orion B. Orion, go ahead and bring forth your question. And while we do that, we'll go ahead and check to see if anybody's jumped the list, and then we'll go from there. Orion, go ahead and bring forth your question. Now, guys, if you're trying to get a question in tonight, just go ahead and say hi. We'll put you on the list, and then we'll go from there. All right.
I'm like doing in my head singing positive notes. I'm like feeling energy around me right now. That's just so crazy. I'm like, whoa.
Spirit's trying to talk.
Yeah.
They'll bless them.
Definitely.
They'll touch them. They'll put the words in the cards in front, up front.
Yes.
It's amazing how that works. Remember, we talked about that.
Yes, we
Spirit's
did.
only going to get stronger. So only going to get stronger.
I look forward to it. And I am openly welcome.
You're ready to embrace it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I don't see a question from Orion. So Jennifer Roberts. Are your question, Jennifer?
What you got, Jen?
Yeah, girl. All right, let's go ahead and post here. Make sure that this is. I'm reposting the link here just to see if everything's moving correctly, just to make sure we're not at a stalemate here. All right, we're good. It came through. All right, Jen, let me have your question. Orion, if you show up, we'll take your question, and then Jenny, you will be after Jennifer. Yes, Orion, it was your turn. Go ahead and throw your question. And Jennifer, yes. She says, oh boy. Yeah, throw that question. Come on, I know you got one.
Mm-hmm. Bring it on. You always have questions.
All right, Orion threw her question first, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. And then Jennifer, get your question ready so we can see that, and then we'll take your question after that. And while he reads for you, I'll pull a card for you too and see how my beginner's deck is coinciding with what he's saying here. All right. With that, I'm going to leave you here with Orion with Aquarius.
All right. What's up, Orion? When will my finances approve? Very good question. Very good question. Well, Orion blanks finances improve. When will his finances improve. Okay. So, you know, currency is an energy, right? All currency is an energy. And what I see here is some blockages. These blockages that you have going on in your life, they're because of choices, right? Choices that are being made by you. And excuse my honesty, but these choices may not be so legitimate to your financial structure. And so what I'm seeing here is that you can make something happen. You can definitely, and I see here in the future, this may be 10 weeks to 10 months, that opportunity comes your way and your life changes around. You find some stability in your life. And maybe it's from this message. I'm sorry, but I just keep everything honest. And basically, it's saying that the little bit that you do occur and do have at times, make sure that you kind of put it in this right place. And when it comes to investments or anything like that, what I'm seeing here, you have the Two of Wands here, right? And this guy has the world in his hand with choices around him. And so it's saying like maybe you've had some hardships in the past and you kind of are like in survival mode when it comes to finances, right? But see, this guy is like carrying burdens of laborers in the past. He's not letting them go. So it's kind of like, oh, well, I worked here and this happened and it didn't work out, you know, or I tried this and this didn't work out, you know, or nobody's giving me an opportunity now. One thing I learned is that when you don't have an opportunity, you make one. And there's so many different ways. And I believe that you're very intelligent. I believe you're very smart and probably more capable than many to actually succeed, right? Brilliance would be your thing. You're a brainiac, I believe. And you got a good heart too. I believe that too. But I just feel like sometimes you allow your heart to get the best of you or get ahead of you and your dreams. And so what I want to say to you here is that you could be successful if you want to, but you have to choose to let certain things go. And the Fool was here actually as first card. So it's like you got to choose to let certain patterns go, certain unhealthy patterns that you might be walking by or doing, you know, like you know, oh, I got a couple bucks, you know, let me go drink, you know, or let me go do this, or I could smoke, or you know what I mean. I could do something else, but things will get better for you when you decide to let certain failures from the past go that have hindered you on your path. Because new life is calling to you. And I believe that you will have this happiness. You got the 10 of Cups here. I also believe that, you know, family is most important to you also. Maybe money not the most important thing to you, even though you do want things to happen for you. It seems like, you know, family relationships and, you know, like my girl or something like that is like more important than actually your financial get up, even though you do want those things. Maybe you're hearing things in your environment that you're not actually liking to hear. Maybe you want a house or something. Like you got dreams, you got goals. I see this. You have goals, you got things you want to do. But how inspired are you? And that's the question that you should ask yourself more, is how inspired are you to let certain things go so that you could have that success that you want, so that you could really go get that. Even if you don't have a job, everybody has a talent and the internet is taking over now. So people want to hear what you got to say and the brilliance that you have in you. So, and I don't know why that's the thing I'm saying, but regardless of whatever your gift is that you have, use it and use it wisely. Time is still ticking, but I think things will go well with you in the future. See, there will be healing in the future. You will find some source of finance. And I believe that you're going to cut some things out too of your personal life. And so when you get that opportunity and you make that choice, trust me, things will change for you. Spirit is waiting to bless you. waiting to bless you. But do you trust and have faith? Hope that helps, man.
All right. So here's the other thing that I got here. I pulled the Six of Air for you. When it's saying here, there is something in your current situation that you're unable to let go of. Feeling left behind, feeling trapped. Perhaps your communications are having troubles. And if you're trying to travel or do anything like that, I do see a little bit of delays and some interruptions. So this is what the Six of Air is talking about. So your communications are a tad off. You're not letting go of past situations. And if you're trying to do anything with travel or do anything to that nature, you'll know to be found with delays. There'll be some interruptions, but do not allow yourself to get bothered by this.
Stay stable.
Mm-hmm.
Stay at peace. It just fell out. Stay stable and stay at peace, and stick focused on your goals and your plans. They can become successful. I believe that you're intelligent enough to do it. You just gotta let go. It's okay. So we all make choices, man. But you can't live by those choices. You can't be like, well, I did this in the past, so you continue to move forward and you make more. The mistakes are a pavement and pathway to your future. So you got to move forward, man, and keep going. If you want those goals that you want to obtain, you got to move forward and start new and network. Networking is something that I see in these cards too. With these two cards, network, there's a city behind him. There's a city behind him, and there's three people sitting in the church making plans. They're making plans, and there's a crafter here. So I don't know if you're crafty or something, or can build or do something like that of that nature. But whatever it is that you're very brilliant at, put that to use and network, and people will see you. And whatever it is, you might pave your own path. I don't know. You might pave your own path. That's what I feel. But you'll find it. Hope that helps, man.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Next on our list, Victor P. jumped the list. So, Victor, get your question ready, and we'll be ready to answer that after we come right back after this break. And we are back.
Hey.
All right, guys. Absolutely. That's the energy that we need to have tonight.
Party.
Exactly. It's time to relax for me.
Yes.
All right. So we got our question here from Victor. And
all right, Victor.
No, Victor, I'm going to leave you here with Aquarius Roberts.
All right. What's up, Victor? Hello, I was wondering what the cards and spirit have to show regarding my chakras and spirit life, the spiritual life, if I have any blocks or a certain area I should work on. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull from a different deck. I'm going to pull from the MapQuest deck. Victor wants to know, is there anything that he... Okay. It already started coming out. All right. I'm going to read this one card to you, and then I'm going to clarify with these two cards. Now, these two cards came out first, but the shadow card was encouragement. So the two cards that came out were stuck in the mud and movement. Now, these are two interesting cards come out because stuck in the mud means that you may feel blocked a bit in your chakra areas. I also want to say more solar plexus area. So creativity would be a thing right here. As I see like this orange balloon in the background, right? And so I'm seeing that vitality can be low sometimes. Energy can be low sometimes. Your how do I say, like your spunk, basically your mojo sometimes kind of feels like hindered a bit. And so what I feel like it needs to be done right now, this might sound silly, like go buy a playing drum, just a little drum, one little drum with it could be like the little Indian drum with the little stick on it, or you can make them, or you could just go around like the house. Even if you can't do that, you can go around the house, and even if you can't sing, like try to give your greatest notes. You know what I mean? What you can do was playing and loose up a little bit, because the flow of the chakras have to flow, right? They have to move, and they have to be transparent, right? And so it's all about having flow. It's one thing about being a man, right? But it's another thing about, you know what? I used to hear this when I was younger. Women come to me and be like, "Why are you such a man?" Right? And I'd be like, I didn't understand what that meant until one day somebody expressed it to me, and they said, "Being such a man means that you're being such, and that you're not flowing, you're not creating, you're not doing that Bruce Lee thing, like being like water. You're not going with the flow, and so it's creating blockages in your creativity, or maybe there were some things in your creative area that you used to do back in the day that you kind of fell back on." And it's not always about making money or anything. It's about finding your energy field and your flow. And so I'm actually a certified pranic healer. And so that's exactly what we study is the chakra fields, right? In your aurora. And so your aurora basically can get blotches in it from you not flowing, from one of them being blocked. And so if somebody, it lessens your sense of your body and everything. Like I know I could walk past a tree and not see the tree, like, and branches be hanging or something, and I'll duck because something just my field is so far and expansive that I can feel these things coming. So I feel like you have a walk with spirit. I feel like you're on a journey also, that you've had some moves and things like that went on in your life. But I feel like it's like let go and have fun, right? With this balloon back, the movement here. It's like whatever mountains you've been kind of standing on, or dealing with in your life. This is saying to let them go, let them be free, right? And be creative, express yourself a little bit more. The shadow card, I want to read to you actually. It is encouragement, right? Encouragement. And if you notice, like the giraffe is giving the child giraffe, a little push, like, hey, it's gonna be okay, right? So let me read this to you. Okay. Encouragement. You are receiving a nudge in the right direction. This card tells you that you are being gently encouraged to step into your power, into the dream of your life. New things are out there to be explored, and the nurturing power of the universe is giving you a nudge in the right direction. You will get the help you need and won't be alone in your quest. um, every step you take right now is supported by the wisdom of the universe. You are on the right path. Keep going. Okay, so this is telling you that you are good in where you're walking and in your path, but allow yourself to play. Spirituality is a dance. It's fun. It's not all about the work. It's about the dance and the play and the flow of the work that you're actually doing spiritually, that you're creating within yourself, right? So this creates a whole vibration for you. It's a vibe, as we say, right? It's creating vibration for you that will accentuate into your outer area. So you will become more visible to other people, and people will want to smell that smell you living off of, right? Because I believe that at one time you had this, but I feel like things got in the way, mountains and stuff got in your way. So I want you to study the sacral and the solar plexus, sacral and solar plexus chakras, right? And these two chakras will help you find your vitality and your creativity again. So that, and it's like draw, even if you don't draw, like try to draw something, write something, stuff like that. Like just find your creativity again, because the stuck in the mud here is only stuck for a while, right? It's like as soon as how do I say it? As soon as Okay. Yeah, as soon as the elephant kind of, it's like elephant in the mud. And so the elephant could get through mud. It's just that it has to go with the current. It has to take its time, right? It's an elephant. And so it's like take your time, you'll get out of it. You won't sink. Don't fidget at life so much. So allow yourself to be free, and I feel like things will become better for you. You'll find that energy, that peace within yourself again. You'll find fun that you were looking for. Hope that helps, man.
All right. So I put one, and it's showing here honesty, being strict, your intelligence, all the things that you were just talking about, bringing forth, trusting yourself. This is the king of air. So,
Yeah. King of air. Yes.
king of air, just saying, the air, you can find a way to create balance within the air. You just got to know the direction in which you're going and know what direction the wind is blowing you in. By doing so, don't fight. Don't fight. Because if you fight that wind, you're going to be met with a ton of resistance.
Yes. The king is the king of swords.
I'm pulling a lot of kings tonight.
You are, man. I'm telling you, it's kingly energy out here right now. It's time to yes, sir. I hope that you get blessed, man. I'll see you on top of your journey, man. I believe you're gonna go far.
Absolutely. All right. So Kay jumped the list again. So Jennifer, please hold on to your question as Kay has jumped the list. So Kay, go ahead and provide us with your question. While we wait for Kay to put her question up, we'll go ahead and take a look and see if anybody else has jumped the list. All right. Right now we're just with Kay, and then after Kay will be Jennifer, and after Jennifer will be Jenny.
Oh, the Jens are in here tonight. Jen.
All right, Kay. Let's get that question out. Now, guys, remember, when these cards go out on the market, I will definitely let you guys know. And that way you guys can see what they're like. They give a lot of information. And this is just so people can get the idea to understand the definitions. But remember, definitions to cards give you a basis to what the card means and the direction in which they are and where they're at in the question can help direct you to the right answer for the person who's asking the question. So there's a lot to know about tarot.
Yes, there is. It's a lifelong journey.
Yes, it is. All right, Kay, can we get your question, sweetheart? All right. Well, we wait for Kay. Jennifer, did you get your question ready? And Jenny, get your question ready because you're next. Miss Roberts.
Mrs. Roberts. How you doing?
I was going to say, it sounds like does it come from a song from back in the day.
I'm so old school. That's what I like, man. That's why I enjoy working with you. You're awesome.
All right, guys. Just waiting on some questions to come through. There's Kath. There's Jennifer's, because Jennifer put her question up. It says, will my husband buy me a new puppy? Kidding. Back to school next year or so. All right.
Oh, good question. I believe your husband definitely will probably get you anything you ask for.
I had that feeling as well.
Definitely. puppy power. But let's see. Will I be going back to school in the next year or so? Will I be going back to school in the next year or so? Well, let me see what I got here. Will Jennifer be going back to school in the next year or so? All right. Jennifer, this is what I want to say to you. Your first card that came out was the Three of Cups. And your second card is the Three of Wands. And your third card is the Ace of Cups. So I believe because there's so many cups in here, your ambitions are involved around love. And creativity. I feel like there's a lot of creativity in your environment, a lot of support, a lot of love for your dreams, goals, and ambitions. As the Three of Wands is here. So I just feel like the Three of Wands is just basically saying like you're kind of scalping on a couple different areas. You do want to go to school and you do want to do great things, but I feel like there's other things that you want to do also. And I think that right now you're trying to figure out how to bring all those areas together. Where if you notice in these two cards, the Ace of Cups and the Three of Cups, there's 4 cups in here. So the 4 of Cups comes to mind to me about that meditation and contemplation on your life and where you're going right now. I feel like that you have people in your life, as these two people adorned in red, right? You have people in your life that kind of are taking the lead right now, and where you have like the peace to be able to kind of sit on these things and think about these things. But I believe that you are going to come to a place where you're going to want to fulfill your goals and passions and dreams. So will you go to school next year? It's a possibility that you will go to school. But more than likely, I believe that you're going to find your passion, your true passion and your true nature in your life. I believe that you're going to find out about some things. You're going to become enlightened to some things in your life that are going to show you. They're going to show you where you want to go in life. Like you're going to have an aha moment, and this could be in 4 months. This could be in 4 months or so, 3 to 4 months. You're going to find a passion, or you're just going to find more creativity in you, where you're going to want to do something. And I don't know if this involves like it's a creative art of some sort that you're going to be doing with yourself. And I believe that people around you are going to support you to do this. Yes. See? And it might be a home, stability. See? There's just stability around you to see. and moments for you to be creative. You don't know yet exactly what it is that you're fighting for or going for, but you will get there. I believe it definitely. See, you're like juggling out your thoughts. You're juggling out different ways. You're the type of person I'll be like, man, I could do so many different things, but I just, what is it? The jack of all trades, master of none, right? And so, um, are made for a degree, which I agree with that. I believe that you're a very creative person. I believe that you're very inspired artistically in here with the cups, right? Because the cups stand for artistry, right? Or artistry school. Even if you were to go to an art school, that would be a good thing for you. But going for like a professional degree, in like engineering or something like that, or, wouldn't be your thing. You're more of a crafter, and I believe that that's where your happiness lies in creating, also creating in your home. I believe so. I believe that you may start a business from home that creates more solitude for you in your artistry and whatever it is that you're coming up with. So, with that being said, I hope that helps.
All right. So, Jennifer, I pulled the card for you. You got the Three of Water. So,
Woo.
let's talk about how when you go into something, you overindulge when you go in. You jump in head first and you collect everything that you can grab, and you feel that you can do everything. The thing about doing this and trying to take on school is that even though you would like to take on school, you overindulge in the other areas of your life. You're a perfectionist. So you like everything to be perfect. Mm-hmm. Knowing that they can't always be perfect, you'd like to be as close as possible. In order to allow school to be a focus within your life, you will have to let go of some of the things that you're used to. Now, letting go is not a strong point for you. You have a hard time of letting go, even if it's something simple, because you're like, well, if I let it go, then this is going to fall apart. It's not a bad trait to have, to be able to create balance. It's a hard job to have, but it's also one where if you lose a little bit of control, you need to gain it somewhere else. And so what will happen is you could throw yourself into chaos. So be careful with that. Let something go. If you're going to bring in something that strong, make sure you can let something else go, or provide somebody else with the information in which they need in order to take care of what you need them to take care of while you're off learning your studies. But as Aquarius was saying, when it comes to having fulfillment and doing something for yourself, what I see coming for you, not that it doesn't involve learning, but it doesn't require a degree. It doesn't require a diploma. So it's something that I feel that if you take a harder look as to what it is before saying, I'm going to go to school, even though it sounds like an amazing idea. And I feel that like most people should go back to school. Right. But learn what you need to learn, not what you don't need to know, because what you've got ahead of you and what you've got planned for yourself may not even involve what you're going to school for. And I don't believe that what you were going to school for would actually coincide with the business in which you create. So one hand's not washing the other. That's having a background. It's like you're like, oh, I'm creating a backup. Well, why would you create a backup on a sure thing?
So many choices. So many choices.
This is why she needs to pay attention to what it is that she needs to put forth and what she can let go currently, because she's got a full plate.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Thank you. That makes sense. It's not a bad thing. It's just making the right choices, not for everybody else, but for you. Because you're the one that has to juggle it. You're the one, because if you see something that you've taken care of for so long and it's had balance the whole time and it gets chaotic, that stress automatically gets thrown onto you. Oh, P.S. Friends and family, watch what they're saying, but don't take it to heart. Because what I feel they can do to you is throw you off your success. That's the other thing I wanted to add, but it was the 3 of water. All right, well, let's keep on going. And Kay, you were next in line. Let's have that question. I think you posted it while we were talking with Jennifer. She sure did. All right, go ahead and put Kay's question up here for you, Aquarius. And Kay, here's Aquarius.
Right. Hey, Kathleen again. Mm-hmm. I called my son with autism crying, and it went to voicemail. I figured he would understand and would get back to me because he has been through it. How come he is ignoring my calls? Okay. How come Kathleen's son is ignoring her calls? Okay. What I see is that he's trying to focus on himself right now. I think that he doesn't want to worry about things. I have the
there it is.
Okay, there we go. I have the 2 of Pentacles here. And so if you notice like that choppy water in the background with the boats riding on it, it's basically saying that it's basically saying like he's at a point where he's trying to overcome. Like he's trying to overcome these things. Maybe he's at a point where he don't want to be depressed about things. He wants to get over those things, right? He just wants to find a sense of happiness, in his own home. I don't know if he has like, a family of his own or people that he cares about of his own. See, like if he has that of his own, but I just feel like he's trying to find his own sense of self, sense of identity, trying to be true with himself also, and trying to overcome the darkness. He does still have dark moments. I might have missed that one. Could you put that one back up, please?
Yep.
I pretty know some of the Weight Rider deck. That is awesome. Just a white. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I just feel like he's trying to find that sense of identity with him and his wife, that he has. And I feel like, he still goes through dark moments because the 10 of Swords came out with the Ace of Cups. So I just feel like he does get down on himself hard sometimes. But I feel like he's trying to overcome, and maybe he doesn't want to worry you. So that's why I feel like the water was in the background of the 2 of Pentacles was like, I don't really want to worry anybody around me. I love everybody and I love my mother, and maybe she's going through things right now that I can't actually do anything about. And so what I want to do is just kind of focus, and not worry her, but get to a place where, I can find a piece of happiness. So when I deal with my mother, that I won't feel heavy. I'll feel light and free. Right. And so I don't feel like he's, ignoring you. I feel like he's just trying to, time frame. Okay, you want a time frame about your depression. Okay, so yes, but I feel like he's just trying to get through. When will my depression pass through? Okay. I give it about 9. This is going to be in the later end of the year. This is about 9 months from now. Because of worrying, there's worrying going on with you. You worry about a lot of things. You have, this is probably you in the bed, worrying about a lot of things, and it kind of creates conflicts, feeling of defeat again, like I was saying earlier. And I believe that with the king here, that there are going to be some things that are going to have to be out of your life. And I believe that you're going to cut these things out. It's just going to take time. It's a process, right? You're going to have to get all these nonsense off the wall, right? And so it's going to be a process of you getting over this. But I believe that you will rise and grind and shine again. I believe that things will start to work out in your favor a little better in the future here. Just give it some time. I think you're doing a lot of resting right now, and then you're going to come to a point where you're able to overcome. So this definitely will be a bit of a journey, but you will find peace again. And I believe that you will talk to your son again, and he will be in a better place as well as you. So with that information, I hope that helps.
All right. So I pulled the 5 of fire. And in the situation in which you're asking about when it comes to your son and talking about how he's overcome, it just walked right into what was saying here. And it was in reverse. So, it's showing him walking away to avoid the struggle. Not that he's avoiding you, but he can't handle someone else going through the depression, even though he's been through it. Because handling someone else's depression will trigger his back. It's a problem. It's not something he cannot easily overcome. And it being so close to home, his mother, he can't. He just can't. As much as he wants to, he can't.
Right.
There's that fear of, it coming back, and it just shows here that he's finding ways to avoid at the moment because he cannot, as much as he wants to help you, he can't. And if it throws him off, his whole world will come down. And everything that he's been working hard to get to since he's gotten past his depression will tumble down, and it'll be 10 times worse than it was the first time. So, yeah, that's probably true. But here is the 5 of fire.
I need fire.
Thanks, Dave. Good question. All right, Jenny.
Yeah.
Jenny, you are up. Go ahead and throw us your question, and then we got Daryl Brooks. So, Jenny, come on down and throw us your question.
Show me something.
Exactly.
Show me what you're working with.
I got to get some background music.
Show me what you're working with.
All right. Here is Jenny and her question. Jenny,
what message is the spirit team want me to know at this time? All right. I think any spirit questions I really love to read from this deck. So I knew there was a reason why I brought it here tonight.
Nice.
What messages does spirit team want Jenny to know right now? What spirit messages do you have for Jenny? Intention. All right. So this card is intention.
Nice.
Let your intention speak. So let me read you this. Okay. Deliberate. Clear intentions have the power to change your world. Your objectives will be fulfilled at this time. Inspired intentions are like magic arrows shot into the sky. The universe is bringing you a gift, showing you that you're hitting your mark. Recognize that you're not the one who has to do all the work. However, others help you co create reality. You connect to the power of your intention, sending it into the world. Then allow for synchronicity to work its magic. Perhaps the good intentions of others will inspire you to send out beautiful ones of your own. Own the life that you want to lead and live deliberately with clarity and detachment. So, what I want to say here to you is that what Spirit has to tell you is that be intentful in your living, in your everyday living. Be intentful to everything that you do, right? If when you eat, you make sure you know when you want to eat and don't allow things to come to you. Should I say, this is the time for this? No, you know the time. So it's basically, you know what's right for your life, you know what you spiritually need, but it seems like sometimes you question where you're at on your journey. But in pure intentions, you have to know your own intentions. So if your own intentions are pure, everything's going to come out for the better of you, right? Everything is built for the greater good. Regardless if we make a negative choice or a positive choice, it still comes out to be for the greater good. Why? Because if you make a mistake, you learn from the mistake so that you can go back onto your path and not make the mistake again, at least for some people. But I feel like you try to learn, you try to have a positive look on things, you try to keep an open mind on things. I feel like sometimes challenges come against you, but intentions lead the way. Have intentions, even on your baths, have intentions for your baths to create positivity around you. I think intentions are very important because you are what you think, and you are what you feel, and you are what you know, right? And so intentions lead to all of these things. Intentions create leaders also. So it's about knowing what you want and going for directly that. You know the goal, you know the destination that you want to lead yourself to. It's just about opening up and knowing that you're going to get there. Holding on regardless of what it looks like, what it could look like, and then your seeds will hatch. Your seeds will hatch. Good intentions lead you to good directions. So remember that and stay true to yourself. And even have intent that you are protected. You're protected by all negative energy. You're protected. It does not phase you. Intentions will lead you the way to a stronger path. I hope that helps.
All right. So I picked the Nine of Air, and it was upright. So basically, it's showing me here isolation, depression, negativity, despair, sorrow. These are all things that you can have troubling you. These are all things that will create bad dreams and make it hard for you to sleep. They will overwhelm you. It's time for you to let these worries go. These are problems. These are serious problems. And if you don't look into your solutions, rather than focusing on the negativities, you will find yourself in depression with negativity, despair, sorrow, all the bad things. And this is exactly what Aquarius was just saying to you. Look at your options. Look at everything around you. Start to make choices for yourself. Start doing something that's going to benefit you. Don't look at the past. You've learned from the past. You know what the past is. Now it's time to build from that.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Right?
he is. Yes, he is. Set your intentions to the highest peaks.
Absolutely, guys. All right, Jenny, thank you so much for that question tonight. And Daryl Brooks, you are next on the list. So go ahead and provide us with your question. And while we do that, we're going to take a short break, but we'll be right back after these messages. Guys, we are back. Daryl. All right, Daryl, it's time for your question here tonight. All right.
What's up, Daryl? Daryl Brooks.
Daryl Brooks.
I would like to know what the cards see for me, Aquarius. Okay. Daryl Brooks. Oh. Okay. And the shadow card here. All right. So what I see here for you, sir, is you have a lot of bright cards here.
Nice.
I believe that you are needing to see the positivity around you, to see the good things around you. Now, these come in two different places because your shadow card is these two. It's the Ace of Wands and the Nine of Swords. And so I believe that there's some fears installed inside of you. You have some goals. You want life to go better for you. I believe that you want a lot out of life. I believe that you don't want to be complacent at all. But I believe that there are already good things going on in your life. People around that actually care about you. But I feel like strength and positivity is needed here. And so I feel like it's just like, look on the brighter side of life. Look at the brighter things that you got going on in your life and see what you do have or where you have come to, how far you have come in your life. It feels like sometimes you may get down on yourself. And I don't know if there's a woman in your life or you're looking for a woman in your life, because the Queen of Pentacles is here also. And so I just feel like either you're looking for a woman like that will make you feel, better, or you have this woman in your life and you're trying to find like peace in between you guys. Whatever the case may be with this, without specifics, let's say it like that. Whatever the case may be about the situation, I feel like you just need to take the time out. I feel like you do think a lot. I do feel like you might be in your head a lot. You think about life a lot. You think about the things around you a lot. But sometimes thinking will not get you living, right? And so here the Ace of Wands came out. So I feel like it's like, don't just think about life, live life too. Enjoy the things that you have around you. Smell the roses, see the gardens, take a walk in the park, things like that. Observe, the beauty that you actually have going on, and that every day you get to wake up, you got another chance to do it again. And so I just feel like, yes, I feel like even with the world here, It's like a completion of sorts, right? And so it's like feeling complete that you have what you have, or that you have worked for what you needed to work for, or you have gotten in a place that you felt was comfortable for you, right? And if you're not comfortable, then it's time for you to set your standards in this next cycle and to look for what it is. Set the goal, set the mark, and go for exactly that it is that you want. And do not allow fear to hinder you from movement, right? I feel like spirit gives you opportunities, and sometimes you may shy away from these opportunities because of fear of failure, fear that things won't work out for you. But majority of the time, it's only your fear that takes you there. And so I believe that you can get through these things. Definitely. I believe you can get through these things. Hold on. Yes. See, the emperor. See, I believe that you will. That's what your dad always told you. Wow. Yes, because life is worth living. I'm a thinker myself. I'm a person, that would be considered to be a bit of a hermit. But also sometimes I feel like, not that I got to be around all sorts of people all the time, but that I just get out in nature and just enjoy living life, right? And just enjoy the life that I have around me, regardless of what life has bestowed upon me. We can't help what life brings us, right? We can only help what how we answer back. Our replies are the most important things in life, and just to see like a little kid playing, or people playing basketball, just things in life that are just so beautiful, the animals that just do what they do every day, because no, regardless of how hard we have worked for something in our life, quickly it can be taken away from us. Everything that we've ever desired, at some point in time, we're going to retrieve that, right? But if you're not grateful of the very things that you have in your life that are bestowed, all that can be taken away. So it's about seeing the beauty in life, living that look, and embracing those moments where you get to enjoy certain moments, like even being on a date, even if the date don't work for you, even if the woman turns out to be a wacko later, regardless of the situation, live life, because life is full of experiences and memories that you're going to sit down one day and you're going to look at these memories and you're going to be like, oh wow, this is what I've done. This is the stories that I have to tell. You don't want to be that guy that's regretting, you're not taking certain chances, or living certain experiences because you were afraid of how the outcome would come. So with that being said, just enjoy life, have peace with yourself, and have peace with the things that have happened in the past that may have put you in a position where you kind of are not trusting things as much right now. So with that being said, I hope that helps, man.
All right. All right, Daryl. So to take and understand what Aquarius was telling you, and I feel as though this is part of what's going to happen for you. You got the Ace of Earth, and it's basically showing you the seed is planted. So now that the seed is planted, help it grow. By doing that, you'll see the opportunities be available to you. Showing here, opportunity for promotion or even better job, or taking things on yourself. So good fortune is on its way for you. So it's just remembering, what you've gone through, what you're doing, what you can succeed at, and taking responsibility for it.
Yes. Say less. That is awesome.
Christina.
Thank you, Christina.
All right. Well, Barbara Hartman, step on down and bring us her question. And Catherine said she had to go, so she wasn't able to get her question in. But Barbara Hartman, and then Rave.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's get it. I'm enjoying you guys tonight. Y'all are so awesome. Thank you, Christina, for tuning in. Jen, you know what I mean? Thank you for tuning in. The lovely. And you guys are just wonderful. I'm glad to be here with you guys every other Friday. And it is such a journey with Journey. So, yes, let's keep the party going.
Absolutely. Barbara, come on down. Throw us your question, honey. And then we've got Rave. So, Barbara and Rave, throw us your questions, and then we'll have Bindia, and then Saya. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. I'm probably saying it wrong. But those are the people that I have in mind right now, plus a couple more. So,
right, all right, all right.
Barbara, are you still with us, sweetheart? Well, while we wait for these people to come forth, just know, guys, we are here 5 nights a week. Mondays, we're here with me, Journey Ryan. Tuesdays, we're here with Gifts of Faith. Wednesdays, we're here with Trinity Black. Thursdays, we're here with me again, doing dream interpretations. Marin will be returning at some point when things slow down for her a little bit. And then on Fridays, every other Friday, we're here with Aquarius Roberts. And this upcoming Friday, Gifts of Faith will be doing an interview with me, getting you guys the chance to ask the questions that you would like to know about me and my journey and how I got to where I am today with psychic readings and becoming a psychic. So you guys get an opportunity to kind of dig in and find out what's going on there. And Gifts of Faith will be performing that interview for us that night. And myself, Gifts of Faith, and Trinity will be working on getting you guys another 3 psychic show. And Aquarius, we haven't asked you to come on board with this yet because you are newer to the gang here. But if you would be interested, we'd be more than happy to bring you on board with us, and we can have a 4-panel show.
Hey, we could definitely talk about that sometime. That definitely sounds like a cool thing. I put you on the
spot so everybody can hear you.
That is awesome. That being slick. Yeah, I was like, oh man. Well, you know what? Yeah, we could definitely talk about that sometime. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. So no Barbara, no Rave. All right, no Barbara, no Rave. Bindia, are you still with us? And then Say. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. S-A-I.
Hope it ain't Sai.
Say. I don't know. I could be saying it wrong. I'm trying not to. Y'all know how I am.
Say it so.
Bindia B, are you with us, sweetie? I wish I could see who was in the group. That would be the best thing, is if they showed us. But unfortunately, it just tells me that their people are there. All right. Say. Not sure if I'm saying that. If I'm saying it incorrectly, I do apologize. But after that, you feeling it? Are you still with us? I know it's a little bit different kind of horse, guys. We don't have our Facebook right now. We did have some harassment that happened earlier on this week. And because we wouldn't let the harasser continue to harass, they decided that they were going to use Facebook against us, and it unfortunately worked.
For a time.
Yep. But don't worry, I'm working on it, guys. We're going to try to get that reversed so we can get back on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. All right, you feeling it? Okay, let's keep on going. Christina C, come on down.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Yeah, bring it on, girl. Bring it on.
Miss Carter.
Come on, Miss Carter. Bring on that question. I know you got one. You got more than one, but we'll stick with one tonight.
Full of great questions. I love it.
Oh yeah, always. And then Christina A, you will be after Christina C. See, we did Jen and Jenny, and then now we've got Christina C, Christina A. It's falling in patterns.
I love it. The patterns to show you're on the right path. We need patterns.
All right, here we go. This is in a few months. Do you see a possibility new romance?
Oh,
So
my jump went through. Do you see possible new romance? Christina Carter. All right. Do I see a possible new romance? Oh, I'm so grateful to do this for you, girl. Do I see a possible new romance? Do you see a possible new romance in a few months for Christina Carter? All right. So I have 4 cards here, specifically pulled for you. I have Temperance, Sagittarius. I have the Sun card, Leo. I have the World, Saturn in Capricorn. I have the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus. Okay. So fire, earth, fire, earth. 2 bottom cards are earth. The 2 top cards are fire. So what I see here is in elemental dignities. What I see here is that there is peace needing to be restored on the inside of your romance life. Basically, what I'm saying is that there's some inner turmoil when it comes to love. You have current trust issues when it comes to love. And there are some things inside that have been said to you that don't go along with your heart, with your true heart's nature. Let's put it like that. And these things are going to come to a head. You're going to have to, there's going to be an enlightenment and a freedom from these feelings. These feelings that have been creeping up on you in love, that have been keeping you kind of hindered with trust, with restriction. I feel like even now you're in a place of restriction when it comes to love. Like you don't really, you believe in love, but you don't. You know, you believe in what love has in store, but you don't know if it's going to actually be for you. Because things that has been said to you, things that have been put upon you negatively by a partner or partners that you have relied on in time. But there's a truth coming up. There's an exposure coming up. Because whatever is in the dark has to come out. So whatever feelings you've been keeping to yourself, in spite of lack of arguing, let's say it like that, you will be coming to a fore, and you will start to express yourself more. You will start to express how you feel more. You will express your truth to yourself. And I don't think you're going to be able to actually live with the fact that you're kind of dealing with certain things that you've been dealing with. Now, death is also here. So change is imminent. It will happen. And it's going to be an interchange that happens first. That's going to come to the outside. Now, like I said, this has been all fire and earth until the tower came up. When the tower came up, then the direction of the cars had changed. So then they started to turn into water. So it was like an outburst of things that were contained, and it busts out as a fire. So there could be some type of fight that happens later on, or argument that happens later on, where the truth comes out from you, and you start to expose the truth. Now, I don't know if you're in a current situation now or anything like that, but what I will say is that whatever it is that you're dealing with, who you're dealing with, the truth is going to come out one day to them. You're going to expose how you've been feeling because you've been containing that and not telling that thing to them. You haven't been telling them how you feel. And I feel like there's going to come a day where you're going to have to move forward. You're going to have to grab your wands and you're going to have to move forward, which is more fire energy. Now fire energy is coming back out again here. So it's like you're going to come to a point where it's going to be time to move. And you're going to look for a new love. You're going to look for a new love. This person might be air energy. You like to move fast yourself. You're a lover. So I believe that you don't come short in love. That's not your problem at all. I just feel like you have problems believing in love. And so what I want to say to you first and foremost is to open up a little bit to what the messages of love could offer to you, because I believe you deserve that. You know, your emperor is not far away. It could be closer than you think, but fear, like I said, and lack of trust and love distance yourself from the opportunities that you could be having in your life. But believe and have faith, and destiny will be bestowed upon you. Bestowed upon you. Sorry, excuse me. Had my pinky up. But with that being said, dear, I hope you enjoyed Love and Light.
All right. Well, Christina, she says, really good news, kind of scare fire. My first house, Leo.
Leo rising. So Leo rising is the creators, the creatives, you know, of the zodiac. And so with you having Leo rising, you are meant to be the queen and to be treated like the queen, and treat yourself as the queen also. But you know, allow yourself to be dignified in yourself, to be true to your queenhood, you know, who you are, because that's very important to you and for you. And trust me, you'll get the love that you want and deserve around you. You already have it.
Just don't treat yourself like Cinderella before the ball.
Hey.
But so I picked, you know, what's funny is that the card I picked for Trinity here was the High Priestess. And, you know, it's just showing here the lack there of control and emotion. I feel more along the lines that it's being blocked. And by doing so, you have the ability to handle other difficulties in your life, but not the ones for yourself. So it's showing here the difficulties in which you're having are the ones with oneself. And, you know, you will get through these difficulties along with the others, but if you can't see yourself in your own equation, you're never going to take care of the problem that's before you. So, there we go. So just hang in there, but also put yourself in your own equations here, because I feel like you're helping everyone else, but you're not paying attention to Christina. As Aquarius was just telling you, make sure you're doing that. Because he was just saying, you're putting everyone else first. Where's Christina in this equation? How can you be the queen if you don't put the queen first?
Queen is first.
Before the ball. All right. Well, thanks, Christina. Now we're going to have the other Christina come through, and then we're going to have Ann. Ann Star, you'll be right after her. All right, guys, make sure when you guys are jumping the list and stuff, we 30 minutes before the show ends, we just make sure that no one else jumps the list because we want to make sure we can get to everybody, and we do a 2-hour show for you guys. After that, we get a little bit tired without having a serious break in between. So we're going to go ahead and take Christina A's question here. And it's a 2-part question. So Aquarius, here you go.
All right. Hey, Christina. Hey, okay, Aquarius. I had a dream a few times where I saw Ivan and me at our old elementary school, and Journey gave me some amazing insight yesterday. So I had that dream again, and this time I saw him and me hugging and him saying, "You were always mine." And I saw the numbers 420 and 2 heart-shaped clouds in the blue sky. What are your thoughts on this? Okay. Let me tell you my thoughts. I love dream interpretation, actually. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
So, Journey gave you some great advice yesterday. That is always awesome to hear. Good job, Journey. So, so first, let's talk about the blue sky. That's the part that hit me first. So the color blue is the color of emotions, right? And so when you got a blue sky, I do want to ask if it was a fair sky or a dark sky or a light sky. Those are very important notifications within the dream. You want to pay attention to hues of colors also, just so you know. So blue skies in general, that is an emotional sky. So first and foremost, I see there's a lot of emotions built up in the situation here. Ones that are not fully known to you or the other person that you're with. Clear blue sky is cool. So yes, I like to see that. That's good. So clear blue skies is saying that, that's more of a transparency within emotion. So I feel like you're like all open to love. You're all open to being loved and loving, right? And that you're in a place where you want to be loved fully and you want to embrace love fully, regardless of what that is in your life, whether it's in your home or, you just don't want to deal with the kind of the crap, you know what I mean? And so you want to protect yourself with good heart, good intentions. So I believe that. But also the 2 hearts in the skies is hopes. Okay. When I see 2 hearts in the skies, this is something like hoping for a happy ending, right? And so this tells me that even in real life, it's like, sometimes you're very dreamy about things. Sometimes love sends you in an area of disillusionment, where you're a lover and you're open and you're honest to love, but others aren't as honest and open to love as you are, and so they tend to take advantage a bit. Yes, even the hearts linked together still would mean that you're hoping for a better outcome or a bright outcome of peace, of harmony, of unity between 1 or 2 people, right? And you're hoping for the happily ever after ending. And so, life is not always jumped up like that. Yes, we do deserve happiness. And I believe that you can have happiness and will have happiness in your life. But I also believe that it will come with a bit of its ups and downs that you're not expecting or knowing of. And so when it comes to like clouds and dreams that are formed in a shape, right? Because it's regular clouds in the sky and on the ground, there's happiness going on the ground. It was going on in the sky, right? And so this person on the ground, I don't know if he was telling you anything. Did you hear anything from this person? Or Was it anything that like was it touchy feely, or were y'all standing apart from each other and y'all were talking? If you could give me a little bit of that detailed information, that would help this out a little bit more. But from I saw him and he and me, I saw him and me hugging and him saying you were always mine, and I saw the numbers 420. Okay, cool. So um, okay, so 420. Let's talk about that next. 4, stability. 2, indecision or decision needed. 0, free. Right? That is the God essence. 0 is the fool, right? Wanting to jump off the ledge into happiness. So y'all did get together and hug on the ground. That's good. So it seems like a happy picture that you're actually looking for, a happy ending. You're hopeful and you want things to come out good in the situation. No, see, when he hugged me, I looked up and saw the 2 heart-shaped clouds. Okay, so you looking up, it still shows you're looking for a happy ending. You're looking for something to, you're looking for an outcome, right? It's like you have perceptions of things to happen a certain way, right? And I believe that there's been moments where you've been disillusioned from certain things like that, right? But you're just like, maybe the next time, or maybe this one, or maybe this will work out, or maybe this will go, or maybe this moment. You know what I mean? It's a lot of like hoping, if you get what I'm saying. It's like hoping for a better outcome of things to go, because dreams are usually the opposite of what you're actually seeing. Right. And so that's good to feel joy and love and things like that. But it's also saying that this is what the hope is for. This is what you're hoping to see in this situation. And I believe that you can have that. I believe that you definitely can have that. But I also believe that it's going to take time, and that it's not going to happen exactly how you expected it, if that makes sense. I believe that the love could be real in the situation, but I believe that it's going to take time to come to that place. And I believe the joy that you felt even when you were in his arms is joy that comes from hope, like hoping in something positive to happen. So yeah, with that being said, I hope that helped you. I do believe that things can go very well, but I believe that it's going to take time, and for you to see things for what they really actually are, so that you can actually grow joy that you deserve by spirit. So hope that helps.
All right. Christina, when I said to take a look at the numbers and things like that to see what were coming forth, um, to pay attention to those types of things, I see where Aquarius pointed out the numbers and meanings in those numbers. But when it came to why you were seeing those numbers, something that was subconscious while you went to sleep is also something spirit kind of threw in there for you as well, and expect something after that time period. So just as Aquarius just said to you, it's not going to fall into the time frames that you would like them to, or expect, but expect this type of movement in a more loving way after April 20th. So we still got a little bit of time, and I feel as though the numbers that you were shown were giving you an idea, a marker, something that he would be connected to as well. So it helped you and gave you a time frame. That's what the dream was doing. When I said, look for a number, and it just so happens you went back into the stream and this information appeared. So just hold on to that, and don't fight it, because I picked a card for you as well, and it's just saying don't. It's the 7 of fire, and
Oh yeah.
Don't be defensive. Don't withdraw yourself. Allow yourself to be able to move forward without being fearful or lacking there of the energy. Because remember, we talked about your energy and how it'll affect him, because not only are you feeling his, but he's feeling yours. That's how a psychic connection works between two people, even if they become separated. So it's something to keep in your mind. All right, she said, I think that day is his birthday. I don't quite remember. Okay, well, that's his marker for you. Spirit's giving you a marker. It didn't take you long to get back into that dream. Usually that doesn't happen right away like that, but you're getting a marker now. But I get that talking about it, especially with the show so late at night, you were capable of walking right back into the dream. But
awesome dream, by the way.
Yes, this was your card, Seven of Fire. All right, these were all tea-stained cards too, by the way, guys. All right, Anne. We got Anne here. And let's go ahead and go back to her question. Says, I just realized you didn't tell me when I would see my guy. And that's just the last question of the night, guys.
All right. When will Ann Star see her guy? Okay. Please clarify this King of Fire. When will she see? When will she see this King of Fire? About 9. This could be 9 weeks. I'm seeing here that there's time that's going to come in between you guys, or things are going to come in between you guys right now. But this is later on in the months. Like, this is something that could be 4 to 9 months or something right now. And I believe that he's like he's like focused on his goals and things that he got going on in his life. I feel like that it's just gonna take you to be patient right now. So I'm gonna say like between 4 to 9 months. Yeah, it's vaguely talking. Sorry, I said vague. Bigly talking about patience and sacrifice. You know, being in a waiting period. So I just feel like right now there's going to be a waiting period between you guys. But things could turn out really well later. Just give it time and patience, and I believe that things will turn out well. But you must have patience, because it just came up with the 3 of Swords. So it's like, don't try to control the situation. Allow it to have its freedom so that things could come out the way that you want them to come out. So I hope that helps.
All right, so I pulled one last card for the night, and it's the Moon card. It was in reverse. Don't focus on the negative sides of this illusion, because that's exactly what you're getting right now. Creating illusions that can drive you crazy. So it's showing here that you most focused on the realities, even if they are difficult or can create difficulties if you push these negative energies out there and start believing in these things. So don't do that to yourself. Now, I know that this is going to bring you to the mindset of, is he cheating? The answer to that is no. Is he doing this? The answer is no. Is he doing that? So now your mind's going to start racing. Be patient, as Aquarius just said, to be patient. But the truth will be told. As long as you are not ridden by the illusions that are being created for the lack thereof information, you'll be fine. But if you do not hold yourself together and allow things to come, knowing that he's one of those guys that wants to be a free spirit and wants to do things on his own time, this can be painful. So if you push, there'll be pain. He'll push away. If you accept, allow him to come in, things will be a lot better, and your time frames can jump too because he's feeling more comfortable. Remember, when he felt more comfortable, he came closer to you. All right.
I definitely agree.
All right, guys, I just wanted to do that tonight to show off my cards, plus show them off to Aquarius. He didn't get the chance to see them yet. And
they were so awesome.
I just like doing stuff like that every now and then. I don't usually use cards, but I did there was an evening that you were unable to come aboard, so I did a tarot show. I kept it in tradition.
Hey, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. That was really awesome of you. Because I really want to bring this art, the love of this art, and show something different, that there's a real life version of seeing it, so thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And guys, remember, I don't always do that. So tonight was an extra little treat of me pulling some cards too.
Hey.
But remember, guys, Aquarius, he will be back with us on March 26th. So tune in then to get a chance to talk with him and get some more readings with him. Don't forget to tell your friends. Don't forget to ring the bell, hit subscribe so you guys can tell every time that we're online doing free readings 5 nights a week. And until then, you guys, we want you to have a beautiful weekend. I'm going to continue remodeling. So I've got a couple weeks left before spring. Well, actually only a week left before spring. And I'd like to have that spring cleaning done before spring gets here.
I'm ready to eat, so I understand. I got some food. Yes, so I'm going to chow down. I don't even know what. But thank you. You guys have been beautiful.
All right. Well, thank you guys, everybody, for joining us tonight. This is Journey Ryan and Aquarius signing off. We'll see you next time.
Deuces.